Welcome to the PEARRM Services YouTube channel. Please be sure to like and subscribe and stay tuned for weekly updates. Welcome to this week's topic. This week we'll focus on how the best leaders are harmonious and how harmonious leaders build a sense of belonging, bonding, and building within their teams. The best leaders, as we know, are role models, and leaders who create a sense of harmony within the workplace will undoubtedly ensure that they are building harmony not only among their teams, but all of the other teams that each of their employees interact with. The best way for leaders to build harmony is by ensuring that each employee feels that they belong and that there's bonding among all the employees on their teams, as well as that they are building up their employees and preparing them for a secure future. Let's take them one at a time. The best leaders ensure that their employees feel that they belong. They ensure that all of their employees on the team have an opportunity to be heard. They ensure that those employees are respected for the talents that they bring to the table and the work that they do on a day-to-day basis. They take the time to ensure that they inspect how each employee shows up on their teams, and they also foster an environment that encourages other employees to ensure that they're inviting every voice to each conversation. They pay close attention and ensure that one voice does not dominate every conversation, and that different personalities have an opportunity to show up as their true selves in every interaction. They take the time to inspect what they expect and check in with their employees to determine, do the employees feel that they belong? And if and when they receive feedback that point to any area of the workplace not building a sense of belonging, they pause to ensure that they are influencing ways in which changes need to be made to ensure that every employee feels that they belong. One of the best ways that employees have shared that they feel belonging is by having their voices heard and their opinions respected. So what that might look like is a leader rearranging the agenda of the meeting to ensure that not the same items or the same individuals are speaking first, and that those employees who are usually going last or usually not the first to raise their hands have an opportunity to do so. Now, the best leaders don't do this in a way that causes employees to be uncomfortable or put on the spot. For an employee who's a natural introvert and who is not naturally interested in speaking first or speaking at all in a group setting, that leader in their one-on-one, preparing that employee to be ready to speak first, to be ready to get their opinion heard among the group, that can help that employee be set up for success. So a leader might be having a one-on-one with an employee, and this is an employee who doesn't normally share their opinions in the group setting. However, that employee has shared a very valuable input as part of something important that the team is working on. That leader might say to that employee, I would like for you to be the one to share that with the team. And I am going to place that topic as the first item on the agenda. What preparation do you need to feel ready to present that to the team and helping the employee through that? Another way that leaders can focus on employees feeling that they belong is by really focusing on different generations in the workplace. How are those generations that are not the prevalent generation on the team being received, and how can the leader check in to ensure that regardless of age, every employee on the team has their voice heard and feel respected? The other group to pay attention to are those employees who are newer. So those employees who have not yet met their 1 year anniversary, are their experiences being valued? Do they feel that they belong on the team? Clearly, they have skills to bring to the table. That's why their resume was attractive. And that's why they passed the interview process. So, how can the leader help to ensure that they feel that they belong and they made the right decision by being on the team? Part of leadership is ensuring that the team that you're leading feel as if they belong, and leaders taking the time to truly inspect the dynamics of their team and focus on making sure that any areas that are lacking, they are addressing that. That will help employees recognize that the leader truly cares about belonging and help to send the message to the rest of the team that helping everyone belong is important to that leader and important to the overall success of the team. The other way that the best leaders foster harmony within the workplace is by ensuring that they are very deliberate about bonding and helping employees bond. The best ways for employees to bond is by understanding each other, understanding their motivations, understanding their personalities, and by working through something difficult together. So, a leader who takes the time to give employees an opportunity to share about themselves will inevitably allow those employees to bond. Leaders who are taking the time to share about themselves, ask deliberate and consistent questions of their employees, will help the employees get to know each other. Leaders should also take the time to ensure that employees understand their different motivations. Why is a certain individual on the team? Why do they work in a certain way that they do? And being encouraged to share openly and honestly about the things that motivate them and what they need from their leader as well as their colleagues to be able to be successful. An employee who has the opportunity to be heard and to be transparent and to hear how others are transparent and how the leader encourages that will let their guard down and will be able to show up in the workplace as their true self. And that will cause more bonding on the team. A leader who highlights differences and similarities among the team will also help to strengthen a bond because employees recognizing that they're not the only ones who are unique and that some of the ways that they thought that they were different from their coworkers, they are not so different, but they're more similar than they thought. That will help more bonding as well. Employees can also bond in some of the experiences that brought them to the role that they're in currently. They can bond by hearing about how they overcame difficulties throughout their career and some of the ways in which they have been able to be successful. Other employees learning from others and hearing ways in which they've overcome adversity, and also some of the things that they have done that have helped them to succeed, will help employees recognize their similarities and their differences, and will also form a stronger bond and will foster more respect among the team. The best leaders fostering bonding will also ensure that they're putting employees in situations to work closely together on a common goal. An employee who is faced with an obstacle and recognizing that they're not alone, that they're in this together with a colleague, and that both of them have the same intentions and the same desired outcome, and both are working hard towards that and being able to get there with the support and encouragement of their leader, that will undoubtedly create bonding. It's great for employees to bond over a meal or a drink. That's wonderful. And it usually fosters friendship, but many times not bonding. A loud bar or a bowling alley or some of the other places that teams go to bond aren't necessarily the best environments for bonding. But an employee who is partnering with a colleague on a common goal and working hard towards meeting and achieving that goal, and recognizing that that is encouraged and supported by their leader, will undoubtedly create a bond. And leaders who are deliberate about setting their employees up for success by getting to know each other, understanding their motivations, and working together on a common goal in a way where they feel supported, that will undoubtedly build bonding on the team and throughout the organization as a whole. Leaders who are also focused on building up their teams, will foster harmony in the workplace. A team that recognizes that their leader is very focused on setting them up to succeed, putting them in situations that allow them to gain experiences that allow them to be successful in this role as well as in the future, will also build harmony in the workplace. Leaders who are recognizing that employees want new experiences. Employees want the opportunity to feel as if they're advancing in their career. They want to be sure that they have the opportunity to continue to build on their experiences, to build on their body of work, to build their resume, to build their portfolio, and to ultimately set themselves up to be successful in this role and also in the future. If they have a leader who recognizes this and is deliberate about setting them up to succeed in that way, that will create harmony in the workplace. The best leaders who take the time to understand what their employees enjoy about their current role, what are some of the ways that they want to continue to develop in that role, and what are some of the things that they want to achieve in the role, but also what are some of the experiences that they want to build on to be set up to be successful in the future. Those leaders who take the time to understand that and then take the time to provide those opportunities for those employees will undoubtedly foster an environment of harmony. The best leaders understand that employees want to continue to be stretched, want to continue to grow and develop, and who are pausing to take the time to understand what are some of the ways that they can help employees do that. They will set those employees up for success. Employees on the team recognizing that even though they and their colleagues have different goals for their future, different goals in their current role, but they have a leader who recognizes that and is fostering an environment where they're setting them up to succeed individually and as a team, that will, of course, create harmony. It would also break down silos, and it will help employees recognize ways in which they can be on the same team, they can be similar, but that their differences are respected, their goals are respected, and some of the things that they are looking to achieve are important to their leaders. The best leaders understand that harmony in the workplace is important for a successful team. And they recognize that building on employee strengths and helping employees to be prepared for the future is a great way to build a team for today and a team long term. The best leaders are role models, and the best leaders create harmony in the workplace. And some of the ways that the best leaders create harmony is by ensuring that they are creating employees who are feeling as if they belong. They create a sense of belonging, and they ensure that every employee's voice is heard. They also ensure that employees have an opportunity to bond and get to know and better respect each other. They also ensure that they're building their employees up. They're helping them build their portfolio and build their CV and help them build and create experiences that will help them last today and beyond. The best leaders have employees on their team who are succeeding in a harmonious environment. Thank you for listening to this week's topic, and I look forward to connecting with you again on the next leadership topic.